Terminator! Yeah, what's good, TTA family? Back at y'all with another one. Today we at the public library out in Oak Lawn, Illinois. And we're just getting ready to see if they respect our rights to record in public, to make sure our rights are not infringed on by anyone at any time. So let's go see. Wonder what used to be right here. You can tell they moved some stuff out from this area. This whole entire floor is wide open. This look like it could be like a classroom or something.
I put money in for all this.
Okay.
Only cost me $250 for all these books.
Oh, that's great.
That's something.
It is. Can't go downstairs to the staff on. Okay. Okey-dokey.
Not full movies, but like different detective ones.
Yeah. I can barely hear you.
I said, can I help you with something?
Oh, not at the moment, man. Maybe in a few moments.
Okay. The reason I'm asking, do you have kids in here?
In here?
In here.
Oh, no.
Because adults don't usually come in. They have kids if they come in. The adult department is upstairs.
Oh, so we were not permitted in here?
Right, if you don't have
Really?
kids, yeah.
Wow. When did they start that?
Yeah, like if you were getting games or something for a kid or something, but normally just to be in here, yeah, you'd have, because there's nothing in here but kid stuff. So.
Wow. I mean, but it's still like, just for someone to just come around and look around, you know, why would they restrict the area? Like,
Only because it's.
are you sure? I'm pretty.
Yeah.
You might want to holler at is it a manager or something available? Just so we can make sure. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah. If you have like kids, then you're in here, but if you don't.
I can understand, but I mean, it's the whole library is accessible to the public. So, I guess she said this is like the children's area. I mean, you can tell that it is, but it's still part of the public library. I don't think that they can restrict it. She's like totally for sure of it. She was talking kind of soft. Oh, I guess we are in the library where you're supposed to talk soft, right? You know. But she went in that room right there. I think she went in that room. I think I seen her go in that room right there. So, I don't know, man. We'll see. Let me see. Y'all stay tuned. You like the manager? Yeah, just because this young lady was telling me that adults are not permitted in this area unless they had kids. I was just trying to confirm that.
Well, it's not that adults aren't permitted in this area. It's we ask if adults need help when you're in this area without kids. We try to make sure that adults have a reason to be in the children's department.
Really? Mm-hmm. So, but do they need a reason? That's the main.
Well, why else are you in the library?
Well, anybody could. The library offer numerous of different things.
Sure.
So I was just trying to basically, like I said, confirm that if you don't have kids, are you not permitted in this area? That's why I asked to speak to you.
Yeah, we never said that. No.
Well, she said that.
We asked why adults would be in here without kids, and like they needed help find materials or something. If you need a place to sit, we prefer that you go into the adult section.
Also, it's more of a preference or a suggestion or.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just something. I thought it was almost something written in stone.
Well, I mean, we like to protect kids.
Well, how would they
We're-
be unprotected?
We're open to the public. Anybody can come in here.
Exactly.
And so that's why we.
I understand, and that was my point in terms of that point right there you just made. Anybody can come in,
Correct.
so that's why I knew it couldn't be restricted because it's accessible for the public, right?
Right, as long as you follow our guidelines. Yeah.
What
code of
guidelines
conduct.
would that be?
We have a code of conduct. I can.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I know every library does, but the code of conduct has absolutely nothing to do with in terms of parents and kids area and restrictions, right? Am I correct?
I don't think it says it on there. I don't have it memorized, but I'd have to look at it.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, maybe the young lady was misinformed. I just wanted to confirm with you. You're the highest authority here.
I am the manager of this department.
Oh, the department.
The director is downstairs. If you would like to speak with her.
No, you kind of confirmed it that we should be good to go in this area.
Okay.
So I don't see what's the
Yeah,
problem.
and I was asking, did you need any help with anything?
Yeah, no. Yeah, when you asked me did I need any help, I was like I didn't need any, and then you started telling me.
Then I asked, like, yeah, do you have children?
That's correct.
Here?
Yeah.
And I said no. And you was like, because we usually want, people without kids not to be in this
Go
area.
to the adult section upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, but anybody should be able to access the entire public library, right? Even if it's, if it's a kids area, just like, for instance, like the adult area upstairs, right? How would it sound if they say no kids up there? You know what I mean? That wouldn't sound right? You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, but that's a little different.
Why is it
That's a
different?
little
Either way,
Yeah.
you have your answer.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh no, I was just trying to confirm. I just didn't want to, violate any type of laws if there was some in place, and obviously you confirmed that it isn't, right? So we should be good to go.
We don't really have a library law.
Well, that's policy then. There you go. I would have said that. So what's your name, ma'am?
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, your name.
I'm in charge of the youth services department. My name is Jen.
Okay. Well, you seem well. Is everything okay, Jen? Seemed like you was kind of getting, for lack of a better word.
You're sitting there recording me.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Giving an answer to your question of why we don't have adults usually in the children's department. So.
Right, but what's wrong with that?
Your approach is confrontational to start. So.
Really, my approach, and she engaged me. She engaged me.
Is there anything else I can answer for you?
Not at the moment. You I thought everything was okay, but you turned out to be unprofessional, Jen. So you should get back to work.
Okay.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You can just tell, man. These public servants, man. Their egos be through the roof, man. So it is what it is, TTA family. My thing is, no matter what type of area you're in, the public library is accessible to the public in its entirety. Just like the point I tried to bring up, just like saying that you can't bring any kids upstairs to the adult section. And then she said that's different. How is it different? Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. So yeah, Jen and the other lady right there, still right there, congregating, for a lack of a better word. We're gonna shake this area right quick and go upstairs and see the adult side where we're permitted to be, I guess. And some young man just came up.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure who he is, but it is what it is, TTA. This is the office. So this is the office that Jen was in. And she came out of here. So she said she's the I guess like the supervisor manager of this entire part downstairs. So it looks like Jen might have had some of these other personnel come out and follow us right behind. So I don't think that's necessary, but she did. So yeah, that's Jen right there. Yeah, so it is what it is, man. Are you? Excuse me, one of you young ladies a director?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you are. I'm just going to speculate, but that's obviously I just had a dialogue with Jen about being in this area, and at first, the dialogue between me and her was going fairly good, but at the end, she turned kind of unprofessional, for lack of a better word, for something, for a mix-up that the other young lady told me that people wasn't permitted in that area unless you had kids, and I know that not to be true.
No, that's not a law. But generally, the children's area, we don't encourage people without children to be hanging out there, because it makes the parents a little uneasy to see other adults without children in their area where their kids are. So if there is an unattended adult, I guess we could call them, without kids, we'll go talk to them and ask them if they need any help, or if they were looking for something, and just generally let them know this is a designated children's area, and that there are other areas of the library if you just wanted a quiet place or you wanted to do some research.
Right.
It's not that you're not allowed in there, it's just encouraged that if you have children, this is your area. If you don't have children, it's preferable that you go to some other adult area.
And I can understand that point, but when I had first came across the first young lady, she told me as if like it was something written in stone, as if you guys had a policy. And I was like, well, if it's a policy, then I need to speak to someone of a higher authority just to confirm. And when Jen came out, she confirmed that you guys didn't have a policy.
No,
or maybe
that's
it's an
not,
implied policy.
It
could
is
be
kind of,
okay, implied.
I'm sorry that you didn't have a good experience.
Not too bad. I'm not done, so I'm just going to walk around and get more footage of the library. But it's just at the beginning, like I said, everything was okay. But near the end, she kind of seemed,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry it was off-putting.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
okay.
you're welcome to explore, and any of the desk staff, if you have any questions, just go on up to them, and they'll hopefully be helpful.
It'll be all good. And what's your name, man?
My name is Carol.
So you see that was very professional of you. When I asked Jen that, she was kind of, she didn't want to give it, but she ended up doing it. But it's all good. I appreciate it. Appreciate the dialogue. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
For sure.
All right.
Yeah. So that was the director right there. So I guess Jen went over and found her director and told on us. So I just wanted to follow up with her, man. So just to see, man. You know what it was? I think Jen was kind of like, I felt like she was probably caught in the middle, because I basically put it out there that the first young lady we come encounter with lied. She lied. She said she made it seem like something was written in stone, and they didn't. But she was trying to kind of, for lack of a better word, maybe appease both sides. But like I say, she ended up being snotty. She ended up being snotty, like, at the end there. But I'm glad we was able to talk to the director. So we're gonna go upstairs and look at the adult services real quick. And see how that looks. This is a nice library, so we'll see. I'll make sure I stay tuned. Now, if I were, back on Jen again, if I were a betting man, TTA family.
Was she a police? Was it the police?
If I were a betting man.
Hello.
I don't know.
Yeah, obviously. So they called you guys for me. Just had a back and forth with a couple of supervisors about a situation.
Why are you recording?
Just because we can.
Okay. Do you have an ID on you?
No, I don't have ID. I don't just provide ID. Why would you need ID?
Because I made contact with you. I need to
You made
identify
contact
you.
with her too? You didn't ask
She
her?
works here, so.
Well, it doesn't matter. You made contact. I don't provide ID minus a crime, so. She came right out the gate with ID. Why would she need ID? haven't committed a crime, so.
Were you in the children's area recording children?
I was in the children's area recording.
Okay, well, people don't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah,
And you're unwanted here, so.
Absolutely not.
Do you guys want him here?
That'd be a decision of the director.
The director.
Yeah, maybe you want to speak to the director. She's right
I'll
there.
speak with the director, but if the director wants you gone, then you have to leave.
Why would I need to leave, though?
Because they're asking you to leave, and they're gonna criminally trespass you from this location. So if you
No,
come
ma'am.
back.
They can't
no-
criminally trespass me minus a crime. I didn't do anything. You can
But they
only.
don't want you in their vicinity.
Yeah, but that's not their vicinity. It's the people's vicinity, first of all.
Okay, well.
What's
if
your
the
name and
director-
badge number,
If
officer?
the director doesn't want you here and they ask you to leave, why would you refuse to leave?
Because it's public property. Why would I have to leave? No one else has to leave.
But what is your purpose? Like, why are you here?
Well, it doesn't matter. This is
I
public
know, I'm
property.
just asking you though.
I mean, I don't
Like,
need
did
it.
you come here to read a book?
No, I just came
So
here
you just
to
came in here
exercise
to
rights.
record?
That's correct. What's wrong with that?
I didn't say there was a problem with
Well,
that, but I'm asking
you're
you a
raising it
question.
up as one.
But you just came in here to cause problems because now you just want to stand here and record and give us problems and the staff problems. For what?
Obviously, they gave me a problem by telling me I couldn't be somewhere I can be. That's a problem for me.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, where's the director?
She just spoke to him.
Okay.
Exactly.
She was okay with him being here. And she just spoke to him, and I witnessed that. She said that it was his first
So
amendment.
who called us?
I don't know, because this is my area. So
Okay.
I didn't call. She's the head of youth. She didn't call. I do not know who called her.
That's crazy,
But the
man.
director did already speak with him, just to kind of diffuse it. And
I was trying to tell her.
so everything-
Okay, but I'm asking you your reasoning for just recording. Some people don't like to be recorded.
But is it against the law, officer? You swore an oath to the Constitution. That's the only thing you should be. That's the only thing you should be concerned with. Not
So I'm
anybody
asking
being
you a
comfortable.
question. I don't know why you're uncomfortable answering the question.
What's the question?
I said, why are you in here recording?
And why do I
What was
need-
your purpose of being here?
Do I need a reason to exercise a right?
Your right to record?
That's correct.
I'm not telling you to stop recording.
I know.
I'm asking you why you're doing it.
And I know I understand your question about
So
why.
why are you doing it?
Because we can. There you go.
That's your reasoning?
That's right.
So would you feel comfortable you doing a day-to-day task and someone coming to record you?
Absolutely, especially if I'm a public official like you. You don't have a problem with the camera being on you, right?
No.
Exactly. So
People
why would I?
record me all the time, so
That's
we have
exactly
to
right.
record as well.
That's exactly right. What did they say on 911? Well, obviously they said
What
they
did
didn't want me
say
here.
in the call notes?
Yeah, obviously they don't want me here.
I don't know who called. They just felt uncomfortable with you in the kids area recording.
Yeah, that's
That was
crazy.
the only.
That's crazy. I mean, it's a public library. Man. I mean, it doesn't make
So
any
you don't
sense.
want to identify yourself?
No, I don't. I shouldn't have to.
The staff seems to be okay. We'll probably get called here again because people are uncomfortable with it. But if you would like to continue to stand here and record, by all means, I guess you could.
Well,
do
but
so.
see, now you switching it, officers. Now, so now that you feel that
I
the
spoke with
personnel.
them and they're not making you leave.
Oh, okay. Well, they couldn't make me leave. No way. You couldn't either. So, I mean, respectfully, you couldn't or they couldn't either because it's
If
public
they don't
property.
want you here, then.
Yeah, but it's public property. It's not like something they own. It's not private property.
So what you would want? Okay.
Yeah, just making a point. And you didn't? What's your name and badge number, officer?
I don't have to give that.
You don't want to identify? Oh,
You
you're
didn't identify yourself.
you're a tyrant. She's a tyrant. I can tell y'all already know she's a straight up tyrant. She don't even want to identify. Definitely breaking up policy, Oakland, Illinois policy for her to identify. Well, we definitely gonna hike over to their police department and file a complaint on that because she's definitely supposed to identify herself, especially if she made contact. She's a straight up tyrant, man. A straight up tyrant. And she's standing behind her patrol vehicle right here on her phone, man. She came in right away like she was she was King Tut. Yeah. So I'm not really entirely sure. She came in right away, just immediately being hostile, saying you have to get up out of here. What's your name? And this young lady right here, she tried to convey that I just spoke to you, and she's escalating this thing. I'm trying to figure out who called and.
Okay, yeah, they called me. I had my phone's ringing as I'm getting in my office. They're like, the police are here. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
she's right here. But if you want to, I mean, she did want to speak to you
Is
though.
she in the car?
No, she's like standing behind the trunk on her cellular phone. I'm not
okay.
entirely sure. Maybe she's calling her boss or something. Yeah, but she came right in right away like what's your name? And if they want you out of here, we're going to kick you out. I'm like, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah, that's just unnecessary.
Because when we do have somebody who's really causing problems, like, I don't want to be like a Peter and the Wolf story. Where,
Right.
you
Or
know,
the boy that cried wolf.
for no reason. And then when we really need you here, you're like, oh.
It's probably just someone else. Yeah.
them again.
Yeah. I can
We
understand that.
get our share of kooks.
I definitely understand that. And I appreciate you for being professional. You too, ma'am. I didn't get your name, but definitely appreciate you for being there, because no telling how that would have went if you wasn't right. Seriously. Being honest, man. So, yeah, that'd be great.
That just means we need to have a little bit more communication and education with the staff as to, you know, when you call for a manager, when you call the police, all of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just the...
You can stay here in court.
I know.
You
I know.
know you're right. So you're more than welcome to stay here if they call us again. The only thing is that I ask is you don't go in the children's area.
Why not?
Privacy, safety of children.
Man, you know, I'm gonna talk to this officer, man, because you already showed your tyrannical mannerisms. So we ain't gonna even entertain you no more. You steady trying to give directives that don't even uphold. So
Well, the citizens here are requesting it. So if you go in there, we get called again.
this is the director right here.
Okay, but somebody else called.
It doesn't matter. She's the director of this library.
I'm just saying that people don't feel comfortable getting their kids recorded. That's my only request.
We wasn't there to record
If you
kids.
fail to do that, then that's on you.
Right.
I'm just saying the request is given to you, hey, do not record people's children without their consent.
Is it illegal?
No.
Okay.
But why are you doing it?
It doesn't matter. We exercising rights today, officer. Some you swore an oath to uphold the Constitution. You're looking bad right now.
I'm not mad.
Absolutely. No, I say you're looking
That's what's the
bad.
problem.
Not mad. You're looking bad.
Bad, whatever. You're in a public place. Like
That's right.
You can be.
That's
you're
correct.
causing problems.
That's correct.
And we will be called back.
What's up, boss?
probably.
Man, she a tyrant, man. She a straight up tyrant, man. We hoping, wishing, and praying that you ain't one, man. I don't. This lady right here off the chain, she's steady trying to give directives. Obviously, she was just on the phone with probably one of her superiors, because soon as she came from behind her car, she said, you can be in a public place, you're here to record it. But she got to give that last directive about not being in an area with a director right here of the library. Carol it is, right? Very professional today, beautiful. And said we was good to go, and then you got this tyrant here steady trying to tell us when we ain't. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. This don't even make any sense, man.
Yeah, no, I didn't tell them about it.
Also, what's your name and badge number, sir?
That's my badge number right here.
331?
Yep.
And your name?
Right here, that's what you get.
So you don't want to give me your name?
Just told you, that's what you get, 331. If you want to go to the station, you can find out there. You're free to go inside.
That's crazy, man. You're a tyrant too,
You're free to
man.
go inside, do what you gotta
It's
do.
crazy. Whole Oakland Police Department. Wow, look at this.
Have a great day.
On display. Look at this. Look at these people, man. Wow. Again, Carol, we appreciate you. Thanks for being professional. You too, young lady. Definitely going to go over here because they're right across the street, obviously. File some complaints because this is ridiculous.
I hope you have a better day.
Yeah, I hope so too. Appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot. So we'll go over here to the this is their police department right here, directly across the street. We're gonna file some complaints, man, because these officers was tyrants, man. You can tell, man. I hope the entire Oakland Police Department isn't that way. We definitely want to file a complaint on these two officers, though. So we're doing a follow-up right away. We ain't gonna leave. Y'all know how TTA get out. I'm doing them right away. So y'all stay tuned. Yes, ma'am. Is there a way I can speak to a sergeant, someone of a higher authority? Oh, okay. This is crazy, TTA family. Actually, you can tell. You can tell with those two officers. And then what makes it so bad, man, is, you know what? We'll narrate at the end. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned.
What's your name, sir?
My first name is just James.
James?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you from?
I'm coming from across the street. I just had an encounter with 2 officers from this department.
Okay, just one moment.
Okay. Speak to the sergeant. Hopefully he or she is not a tyrant. We can only hope. Shall see. Now make sure y'all stay tuned.
Okay, they're in roll call right now. So it's gonna be a couple of minutes or 2 until they finish roll call, and then someone to come out and talk to them.
Okay, a sergeant?
Yes.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks. So sit there in the roll call right now for the next couple of minutes, and someone to come out and talk to us. I should have grabbed a complaint form from her. And we can start that process. I just always like to speak to the higher ups verbally as well, just to put them on notice. You know, ain't no they can always get your complaint and toss it, but they will be on camera talking to them about it. So it is what it is. We'll get one though. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. And can I get a complaint form while I'm waiting?
We don't have, you have to go to the complaint through them. We don't have them here at the desk. The sergeant would have to take care of you.
Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll confirm that as well. So they don't have complaint forms at the desk. The sergeant will have to give me one. So we'll try to confirm that as well. So. How you doing, Sarge?
Good, how are you?
Man, pretty good. Just wanted to holler at you, man, briefly to let you know what I just occurred over across the street, obviously, at the public library. So I was over there, talked to a couple of different personnel, the director and things of that nature. They had a problem at first with us being in the kids area of the library. But once I spoke to the director, she was like, no, it's all good. You're good to go. However, one of the other personnel there called you guys over there. When you guys came over there, I come encounter with 2 officers. Don't know their names. They wouldn't identify, only by number. I think that's pretty much like kind of definitely unprofessional.
No, it's our policy.
Oh, it's you guys' policy. So you guys don't have to identify.
That's my start.
I understand your star number, but so you're saying when you come encounter with a member of the public, you don't have to say your actual name.
No.
Really? And that's in policy. So is it an implied policy or written? Because I'm going to FOIA it real quick.
You can do whatever you want.
No, I'm just saying. Is it implied?
No, it's in our policy.
Oh, okay, so it's written then. Oh, okay. And another thing I want to confirm is this young lady at the front said you guys didn't have a complaint form at that desk. You would have to get me one. Okay, so can I have one then?
Yeah, sure. What's your complaint?
Well, my complaint is the officers basically trying to have intimidation tactics and not identifying right now. So I definitely want to complain about that.
So you were saying you were intimidated?
Yeah, she was trying to. It didn't work, but she was trying to. You know, telling me if they want you out of here, we're kicking you out. And that's kind of a scare tactic.
Well, no. I mean, if you're in there filming children, which would make, I think, any parent uncomfortable when a total stranger is in the children's area of a library filming children.
Okay.
I mean, that's disorderly conduct.
That's disorderly conduct.
Right, that's disorderly conduct. You're making people feel unreasonably safe, and they could ask you to leave. They did not. Okay, they didn't ask you to leave.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
But that is a legal right of theirs, especially if you are acting in a way that would alarm or disturb a reasonable person. And as a parent, if I had a total stranger videotaping my children, that would alarm and disturb me.
So let me ask you this: what if you had a total stranger not recording your children in that area? Because that's the case.
But that's not why we were called over there. We were called over there because we were told you were in the children's area recording children.
Oh, well, so if they said recording children, then that was a lie.
Okay, well, we don't know that, but that's the information my officer had when they went over there.
Even if that's the case, even if I was recording children, that's not illegal.
Well, I just explained to you how it could be. It could be disorderly conduct because you are acting in a manner that disturbs or alarms somebody. And again, if you're recording me, I'm not disturbed or alarmed. But a grown man recording somebody else's children, that is disturbing and alarming.
So, I mean, I can understand how you're trying to convert it, but
No. I'm not trying to convert anything.
Because the
statute
Supreme
for
Court
disorderly-
says-
the statute for disorderly conduct is a person acts in a manner
Right.
that disturbs or alarms somebody. And
Okay.
if you, a grown man, are recording other people's children,
That's correct.
in an area of the library that is specifically designated for children.
Okay.
Okay, a reasonable person would find that disturbing and alarming.
Okay.
Okay.
So the Supreme Court has ruled that you can't convert a constitutionally protected activity into a crime. You can't say, even though you have the right to do it, we can still arrest you if they feel some type of way. That's not going to hold up.
No, they have to. That's like the nature of a crime. You can go outside and you can scream at me from across the street telling me you're going to kick my ass. That's your free speech. But the minute you cross the street and stand in front of me and say you're going to kick my ass, that becomes assault because
That's
you
correct.
place me reasonably in fear of receiving a battery. I just converted free speech into a crime. So I think you're misinterpreting that rule.
Oh, absolutely not. No, don't get me wrong. You can do whatever you want to do. No, don't get me wrong. I mean, maybe I said it wrong. If you want to try to convert it into a crime, you can. But it's not going to hold up, is what I'm saying. So I can be arrested. I can be arrested. I can be arrested for everything right now.
What is your
That doesn't mean I'm gonna be
complaint against my
convicted. I just told you.
So you were intimidated by a 5'2", 100-pound female?
That's armed, right? She's armed.
Okay, but
Oh,
again,
okay.
so you were intimidated. You were intimidated
Yeah, I know.
by a 5'2", 100-pound female officer who
That's-
never used profanity, who never raised her voice, who never put her hand on her gun, acted completely professional. You were intimidated.
Oh, how could you say she's professional? Sorry, you
I
wasn't
watched
there.
her body.
She wasn't professional. Coming right in, telling me that she's gonna. If they want you to leave, we're
No,
gonna
no,
get
she
you
was-
out of here.
She was
It's not
professional. She
professional.
was giving you your options, and she spoke in a calm, professional voice.
Absolutely
But
not.
again, I watched the video. So here's the deal. So
Okay.
just so we're clear, right? So on your camera and mine,
Right.
you would like to file a complaint against the officer.
That's correct.
Who is 5'2", 100 pounds, never put her hand on her gun, talked to you in a professional.
I don't agree to that.
You don't agree with it, but the body cam will show in
Okay.
a professional manner. Explained to you the situation,
Right.
And at the end of it, told you that you were free to record. You just couldn't record kids.
Well,
That's your-
when
hold
she
on.
told me that,
No.
did you
She
see what I
you-
told her?
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
again, that's your complaint, right?
Yeah, that definitely
very
so.
good. I'll be right back.
All right. This is a 5'2". What does that mean? She's an armed tyrant. That's very intimidating. He tried to make it seem like that's my point. You can now, if you want to yell, if you want to say, the police they break laws and rules and all the time. So you can do what you want to do, but it won't hold up in court. That was my thing and my point, and he didn't want to entertain that. So you can tell, man. You can just tell. Oakland Police Department. Now he's a sergeant, acting like the first two we just encountered today. They are tyrants, man. We hope the chief of police. Matter of fact, we're gonna try to get we're gonna see about the rank. Right, for
Here you
sure.
go, sir.
So
You have a nice
how,
day.
how does the rank go, Sergeant?
It's all online, man. Go ahead and look.
Oh, he a tyrant too, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. So yeah, it is what it is, man. We gonna definitely fill this out real quick. We gonna definitely fill this out and get a copy, and we'll be good. We'll be ready to book on now. Let me see. Y'all stay tuned, man. So yeah, TTA family, man. We just filled out our complaint and a FOIA. We're gonna FOIA every officer that was on duty at this time. Matter of fact, the ones that was dispatched, we want the 911 call. We want all the above, man, and their policy in terms of them having to identify themselves when they come into a member of the public. He said it's in their policy just to say their star number. I bet you he's lying. So, but we'll see though. Make sure it's fixed.
You can fill out a real FOIA request.
Well, yeah. So there,
It's not a FOIA request.
so there's no standard form that's even required. I can fill it out on a blank sheet.
Give me your ID, please.
I don't have an ID. I don't need ID to present it for you, man. I can do it anonymously.
That's what mine.
Oh my God, man. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus, man. Oh God, help us, man. All we're trying to do is turn in our complaint. Trying to turn in our complaint and submit our FOIA. She's saying I need you to write it on a real FOIA sheet. And she's asking for ID to be presented. Oh my living God. I'll make sure y'all stay tuned, TTA family.
So when it's ready, who do we contact?
Oh, I'll contact you guys in 5 days, and the law give you guys 5 days to answer back. So I'll just check back with you. All right. So yeah, someone must have told her. Don't get a guy a copy of his complaint for you, man. Deal what it is, TTA family. I'll make sure I stay tuned. So from the top, TTA family, from the top, came out here to Oakland, Illinois, to do what we always do. And that's to record in public and make sure our rights won't be infringed on by anyone at any time. When we first got inside the library over there across the street there, everything was all good. We was walking around the first floor right there, looking at things, DVDs and things of that nature, like we always do, man. Then we got over to a place, I guess, a section where they have like the kids area, you know. No kids were even in sight, but that's neither here nor there. One of the young ladies was like, "Sir, can I help you?" And she got to talking to us back and forth, and telling us about how adults wasn't permitted to be in that area, minus having children. She made it seem like a policy was in place, right? Which they did confirm it's an implied policy, but policy is policy. So we wanted just to confirm it. So we asked to speak to a supervisor. And Jen comes out, Supervisor Jen comes out, and we had a back and forth with her about the same thing, and she basically giving us the reasons on why they feel this way, why they feel that way. And at first I thought she was kind of professional, you know. I thought she was professional. Near the end, as soon as we asked her name, she called us confrontational. She called us confrontational, even though the personnel from that library engaged us about something we got a right to do. And the first lady lied to us, obviously, right? So I think, like I said, I think she was trying to appease both parties, me and her, more of the personnel that's under her. So we ended up seeing the director, and we had a beautiful dialogue with Carol, you know, back and forth with Carol, and she, you know, she was beautiful about the situation, and she gave us her input on it as well. Talked about an implied policy. I just think she was very professional, and the young lady that was standing to her left, I think both of them were professional. Out of nowhere, here comes Oakland Police Department. Like the sergeant said, this 5'2" young lady officer comes in there, but you could tell right off the bat, she one of them ones, man. She got the tyrannical mannerisms written all over her. She came in right in the gate, not knowing nothing. Just, man, if they want you to leave, you got to get up out of here, you know. But she started to simmer down when the lady that was standing with the director, she started simmering down. She's like, "No, look, the director just spoke to him. They good. Everything good." I got to go back and see what Jen actually said, because I think Jen made a comment when I think Jen made a comment when the officer asked, when she first asked, like, "Man, do y'all want him here?" or something. I don't know what Jen said, but obviously she's the one who called the police on us. That's obvious, man. We definitely gonna get the 911 call and the body cam footage as well. So, you know, I think that the female cop, I think she was really upset and mad, angry. You know, she got to talking about ID because I made contact with you, and I made a crucial point about, look, you made contact with her too. Yeah, but she works here. It doesn't matter. We talking about contact. So if someone works somewhere and you make contact, an obligation to ID just goes away. Doesn't make any sense. Then the other cop that showed up, the male cop, same thing. You can tell he a tyrant in the gate. But the sergeant dude, now, even, you know, we try to speak to people that's higher than them to try to see if we can get some type of basically see if we can rectify those officers' actions, man. And he got the same mannerisms. the same precise mannerisms, you know what I mean? It's crazy, it's pitiful, man. And you know, like I said, that they got a deputy chief or lieutenant, he didn't even want to tell me. Now, to his point, I wanted to bring this up real quick. He think that he can convert a constitutionally protected activity into a crime. My point for saying that it won't stand up, he brought up the fact that if I'm across the street and I yell, I'm gonna kick his ass. As soon as I come within 5 feet of him, I'm gonna be arrested for assault. And then he say that's converting your constitutionally protected activity into a crime. Well, even though you have a freedom of speech, it don't give you a right to just yell out things, especially when it comes to threats, right? Especially when it comes to threats. I could cuss you out and call you all type of names, you know, but threats is a different thing. Then I tried to make a point to him in terms of, by you being an officer, just like even you can't run in a theater and yell fire, even though that's your freedom of speech. You can't yell fire. You can't incite violence, you know what I mean? And then try to claim freedom of speech. You can't say I'm gonna blow up something, man. I'm gonna use bombs and C4 to do this out your mouth and then try to claim freedom of speech if you're inciting violence. But my thing is, the whole disorderly conduct, that was my point. That happened to me. Y'all remember this earlier year in Robbins. Early in March this year, the same precise thing happened where I was recording. Same thing the sergeant said that happened, right? He said, if I'm recording somebody and I make them feel uneasy, uncomfortable, that can turn into disorderly conduct, right? And I can be arrested for that. Okay. So this happened to me already. And he didn't really want to get into it. You can tell he didn't really want me to get words out. You know, the gig is up. He already know this one of them, this one of them ones. You're absolutely correct. But like I say, it happened to me in Robbins. We was inside the health department. The chief of police came in and I was arrested for breach of peace and disorderly conduct because I made people in there feel uncomfortable. And what happened to the charges? 2 months later, the judge dismissed the charges because he watched the entire video and he said it out his own mouth verbatim. Yeah, this is not disorderly conduct. This is not breach of peace. He told me just be careful. You know, it was beautiful what the judge did. He watched the whole video and dismissed the tickets because we was in public recording. That's the same thing I was trying to tell the sergeant. But the sergeant, and then I wanted to make another point to him. My fault, you're right. As a police officer, you can write down whatever charges you want to. I can't stop you from that. You're absolutely correct. So when you write them charges up, does not mean that we will be guilty of them. And that's what I meant about they won't stand up. So when he brought up the whole point of the threats, that's a whole nother thing. You don't have a right to just threaten people without consequences. So, you know, he tried though, he tried. But it is what it is, TTA family. We filed out for you, filed a complaint, man, and we'll go from there. None of them wanted to identify themselves. And he said it's policy. He said it's actually policy that they don't have to, okay? They don't have to. That's beautiful if it's written in stone. And we'll tell you why later, as soon as we get the results. But I appreciate everybody been rocking with TTA from the beginning, man. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscription button. You don't want to miss. We got a lot of stuff coming up, man. Hey, we back live this Sunday, too, 2 p.m. Central. We are back live this Sunday, 2 p.m. Central. Y'all make sure y'all get ready to lock in with TTA for that. And is it anything else? Nope, I think that'll be about it. So until the next time, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned.